I'm going to show you how to make a small hurdle out of willow, and this can be used as a plant climber or a support for plants. It can also be used to just fence off an area in your garden, or you can even have it indoors and use it as a wall hanging. We're going to use different kinds of willow. Firstly, the willow that I'm going to use for this base to go into the base will be dry willow sticks. You can use all sorts of material for this because it doesn't have to actually be woven, and it's a bit inflexible really. The ones I've chosen are about 3/4 of a metre, but you could do quite a small one. It doesn't have to be very tall. So what I do is to put my sticks in the holes first of all. And then I'm going to show you a weave called pairing that's going to bind the first row of sticks together. This will make sure that there is a fairly strong and sturdy start. Now I'm going to use white willow for this. I like to use willow without the bark on for some applications of weaving, and this is quite useful because it's a little bit grippy. Now I don't have to use white willow, I can use anything that's very flexible. This has been soaked in water for about 2.5–3 hours, but that will depend on what thickness material you've got. So what I do is to start off by measuring the stick against the width of the sticks that are in the block. So I'm going to it's going to be about the same width plus about 2 stakes apart longer. So I've got my finger here as a general marker. So I'm going to push this end through the end piece of willow so it lies in a diagonal through there, and then I'm just going to bring the end all the way round, and then goes behind and in front, so it looks like that. And then the other end is going to go behind and in front. This one goes behind, in front. This one goes behind and in front. And then this one just goes to the back. I'm going to leave it to the back, but you can actually bend it round and bring it back to itself on the back, like that. Now with this end, I'm going to just take that behind, in front, behind, front, behind, round the end, behind, in front. Now it just is a little bit thin and it won't go any further than that, so I'm going to do a join. I don't have to use the white willow now. I'm going to use some freshly cut willow, which is a different colour. So all I do is to put my new end into the back where that last one ran out. So I'm always going to join thick ends, that's the butt ends, every time I do a join now. So they run out at tips, which are the thin ends, and then I join with the butt. So I just lay that to the back, and then I continue the weave behind and front, take it slowly round the end so it doesn't snap, then it comes to the front, to the back, to the front, back, front, around the end. And then it runs out there. You need to try and keep these distance apart, equally distanced apart. So you can continue that, just ensuring that your stakes are just kept straight, and go backwards and forwards. You can use other colours, so we'll try and see whether this will join, or we'll join this new colour in, behind in front, behind in front. And just continue with that. I need to join there. Got a curly one, so I'm just going to do it so it's a bit further through, so the curly willow doesn't slip out. So we just keep the uprights apart. All to join. So looks like that. Every now and again tap this work down. You could probably find some tool that's quite heavy and just bash it down so that the willow, the weaving becomes quite compact. So when I finish at the height that I want it to be, I finish with the same kind of weave as the bottom, with the double twisted pair, and so that will make it less likely to come unwound when it's been taken out of the block. So happy weaving!